Let's begin this part of your training with a closer look at the contact system. We believe contacts are the basis of every transaction, past, present, and future. You may have already imported your contact database in, but let me show you how to add them one by one. Place your mouse over the heading Contacts, then click on Add a Contact. When your page refreshes, you'll see a page with several blank fields where you can enter information about the contact. The tag section is a way for you to add descriptive words that refer to this contact. This will help you find them later. The contact I'm adding is a friend. She's also an actress. And she's involved with this charity. You can get creative with the words you use to describe this contact. The more descriptive you are, the more ways you can find them later. You'll see there are three options in the type field: Our Agent, Former Agent, and Contact. Our Agent, of course, is anyone who is currently licensed with your brokerage. A Former Agent is a status that will be set by the system when you've terminated one of your agents. Contacts is used to classify everyone else. 99% of your contacts should be set as contact type. When you've hit Save, your page will refresh where you can add much more information. As you can see, there are places to add addresses, phone numbers, important dates, and deadlines. You can add as many of these as you need to complete your contact's information. Make it a habit to click the Save button anytime you've added more information. Now toward the bottom of the page, you'll see some advanced features. Available Campaigns allows you to add any campaign to this contact with just one click. When added, you'll see the name of the effective campaign in the Active Campaign section. Each of the touches included in the active campaigns will appear in the Upcoming Touches section until it's been completed. Then you'll see the confirmation the touch was carried out in the Journal Notes section. You can add a single touch to a contact instead of a complete campaign. Just click on the Add a Touch and you can add a single event in just a few minutes. Journal Notes are time and date stamped notes about this contact. This is a great way to store specific information about conversations, agreements, expectations, anything that you'll want to have a reminder of. Realty Sync gives you a place to store any PDF documents that are associated with this contact. Depending on the browser you use, you can drag and drop up to 10 files at a time or click to upload files. Once uploaded, a link to the docs will appear in this section. In the event that this contact is also a brokerage lead, you can assign this contact to one of your agents. When assigned to an agent, they will see much of the contact's information you filled out and be able to read your journal notes and write their own in the system that you can read right on this page. This is the perfect way to keep track of how your agents are following up on your provided leads. Once you've created and saved your contact, you have several different ways to find them. If you click on the heading All Contacts, you'll see a list of everyone in your database. You can click on any of the headers to sort the lists based on that header. You can click again to reverse the order. If you want to narrow down the list to populate only with certain contacts, use the search box at the top right to add keywords that the system will look for. As you can see, this will populate the report with any contact that has these characters in any of the fields. In order to be taken to any of the contacts page, just click on the blue icon next to the name. Please notice the Export Report link at the bottom of the page. Clicking this will prompt you to export this information to a .csv file. This is available everywhere you generate lists or reports. You also have a tool called the Contact Manager. As you can see, this looks and behaves very much like the All Contacts section you just saw. The biggest difference is that the Contact Manager allows you to perform tasks to a group of contacts, just like you can do one by one in the Contacts page. Use the search field to narrow down your list of contacts, and choose the task from the drop-down at the bottom of the screen. You can use this tool to send out mass emails, assign new campaigns to groups, delete duplicate entries, and much more. Let's add a contact who is also an agent with your company. The process begins exactly like adding any other contact. Choose Add a Contact, fill out the contact's information. When you're finished, you'll choose Our Agent instead of Contact. When you click Save, you'll see the contact page opens up with a few more options. The first option you may notice is the Terminate Agent link. This should only be used to terminate an agent who has left your brokerage. In the Agent Information section, you can see links to all of this agent's transactions, their statistics, a ledger, even a link to send them an email. Your agents are now able to upload paperwork to their transactions. When they do, you'll see the list of unapproved paperwork right on your home page. As a broker, you have the ability to turn that feature off and on. Use the toggle on the Information Access area to control this feature. At the top right corner of the page, you'll see a section called Information Access. This is where you can assign permissions to this agent or to any contact to log in and view or add information to your Realty Sync system. Currently, there are 4 levels of permission. Broker is a permission that gives you complete control over the database. You can add or remove information, create reports, export reports, close transactions, see statistics, much more. The broker has access to every feature that Realty Sync offers. The staff privileges are able to see all of the information, but they can't delete or remove any information. Data offers the lowest level of access to your system. A data privilege only allows the user to add information. No reports can be seen and no information can be removed. The agent privilege will allow the agent to log in and see all of the features that the brokerage has to offer. The brokerage library, leads that are assigned to them. They'll be able to see their transactions in progress and see the broker's notes on that file. They'll even have access to a links page where you can store links to your preferred vendors. We'll cover the agent system more in depth later. For now, all agents with your company should be given the agent privilege. The last step in setting up your company's agents is to enter their commission structure. Realty Sync has a simplified way to manage even the most complex commission structures. Our system can be used a number of different ways to calculate commissions. Let me give you a few examples. If you have a simple commission structure, let's say the same flat fee or split charged on every transaction, you could consider using the top portion of the commission information section. Here you can put in fees or splits in the fields that apply to this agent structure. Once completed, the system knows how this agent is to be charged on every deal they close. If you want more flexibility and are interested in tracking the various types of income that you receive, you'll want to use our expense feature located at the bottom of the commission section. Let me give you an example. For this agent, we allow them to receive 100% of the commission earned after our expenses have been paid. So, in the split field, we'll enter 100%. Again, be sure to click Save after you've entered any new information. Now, using the commission expenses, we'll enter the different fees that the agent may be charged by the brokerage. In this example, we'll charge $75 per transaction for E&O insurance. The first box asks if this expense is to be taken out before or after the initial split. As a general rule, with only a few exceptions, percentages must be taken out before the split, and fixed amounts must be after the split. In this case, E&O is a flat fee, so we'll choose after. You can create a category just by typing it in the category field. And you can add a description that will let you know how and when this expense will apply. Now, you can tell the system to remember this expense so you can use it over and over again as you set up other agents' commissions plans. Just check Memorize this invoice before you click Submit. Once you click Submit, you'll see the expense has been added to this agent's expense list. The system works the same way to add percentage splits. Make sure that you receive the percentage expense before the split. Create a category, add a description, and submit. You can add as many expenses as you need, both fees and percentages. This is a great way to keep track of all the different ways your brokerage receives income. It may be necessary to collect some of these expenses up to a certain amount. These are commonly referred to as caps or thresholds. Realty Sync allows you to set these independently for each category that they apply to. In our example, the broker fee we created will only collect up to $1,000. To do so, click on the Set a Threshold link and a box will open. Here you can choose the category, the date to begin the calculation, and set the amount to be collected. When you click Save, the system now knows to begin counting these expenses toward that threshold. Regardless of how you set up your commission plans, the system now knows that this is the most common way that this agent's commission will be split up. Keep in mind that you have complete control as you close each transaction to add or remove expenses. Repeat this process for every agent in your system. You can set everyone up with a unique commission structure that only applies to them. Finish adding the other details to this agent, then move on to the next until you've added every agent currently associated with your brokerage. Realty Sync gives you the ability to create emails, letters, reminders, really any kind of touches, and group them together into a campaign. Once this campaign has been created, you can then assign it to any of your contacts. Realty Sync will then either send out the emails automatically or prompt you to print out the documents when they become due. Let's set up a campaign now. In the Campaign drop-down, click on Create a New Campaign. A new page will open where you can name the campaign and give a description of how it should be used. When you click Save, you'll see that now you have the option to add a new touch. Click here and you'll see a box open where you can set the date this touch will be sent. You have 3 different options: the actual date on the calendar, number of days from a trigger date, or a calculated date, such as the 3rd Thursday in June. You can then determine what type of touch this will be. For this example, we'll choose email. As you can now see, we can enter the details of that email. The notes are where you give a description on the contents of this email and when it will be used. Notice that you have a text editor that will allow you to create elaborate emails with text, links, images, and backgrounds. Clicking Save will memorize this touch and make it available to use in any of the other campaigns that you create. As the page refreshes, you'll see that the new touch has now been added to this campaign. Continue to add touches until you feel that this campaign is ready to be assigned to a contact. As you open any contact, you'll notice that this campaign is now available to be assigned in the Available Campaign section. Touches that are due will appear in the Upcoming Touches section of the contact page, the to-do list on the home page, and in the calendar. Once the touch has been completed, the note will be displayed in the Contacts Journal Notes. Now your system is completely ready for business. All your settings have been configured, contacts entered, and campaigns assigned. You're ready to start entering transactions.